Actually, sorry, I'm like a couple of minutes late. I do apologise. Those of you who saw my live stream yesterday for Liverpool, sorry, I'm actually just putting on match of the day, by the way. I'm not appearing to be rude. Hi, Johnny, you're all right, mate? Oh, I've not been called that for a long time. Yes, those of you who saw the live stream yesterday will know that I went slightly scorched earth on Liverpool and went a bit over the line with the old cursing, which I don't usually do, to be honest, because I know that there are kiddies that watch me. So anyone with little kiddies who was listening on that in the podcast, I do apologise. I will be keeping the curse words to a minimum this evening. Yes, so welcome to the Monday Night Raw reaction. I say welcome. I literally just finished watching it. Literally just finished watching it. And I've just watched the CM Punk Roman Reigns like little confrontation promo battle. I'll get to that in a minute, but I can see why people were slightly not pleased with it, shall we say. Hey Jack, how you doing, mate? You alright? Welcome, mate, welcome. Lovely to see you again, dude. Yes, folks, as per usual, look, you know what I'm like by now. I live this crazy bloodied life of mine, as I put in my bio, my crazy life, and it's been very, very crazy this week. So the reason that I've just only just oh, let me have a look. I'm okay. How are you? I was just going to go on to that, Jack, to be honest. It's funny you should ask that. So, yes, you'll remember yesterday, folks, that I had a bit of a day. Obviously, I got the news about Bruce Campbell. Again, shout out to Bruce, Ash from Evil Dead. We're all pulling for you, mate. We absolutely love you. What else happened yesterday? There was a rat in my house. Then there was a rat that appeared on my live stream after Liverpool had lost. This morning, my sleep apnea decided to kick in. Brilliant, wonderful. So, wife comes upstairs because basically, long story short, she's got to wake me up at the minute because I am totally unreliable with sleep and this, that, and the other. So, wife wakes me up and says, well, she didn't say geek boy matter, obviously. She says, Leon, get your fat ass out of bed. She's proper Yorkshire anyway. So, I'm waking up and all of a sudden, I'm walking along a stream somewhere, which is really weird. And I'm like, why am I walking along a stream for? I was in bed a minute ago. Oh. And then I woke up. Turns out I'd gone to sleep for an hour and I was due to start work at 9:30. And I probably shouldn't be saying this really, but I've sod it, they're not going to watch. Yeah, woke up at during work at 9:30 and I woke up at 12 minutes past 9. You have never seen a big fat man have a shower that quickly. I mean, literally, it was 20 seconds in freezing cold water because I've got to have a shower. I'm not one of these. I can't be wandering around dirty and everything. No, not for me. Threw some clothes on, threw a cup of tea in my bag, took all my drugs and medication with me, all that business. And ordered an Uber, which then cost me £10, despite the fact I've got a weekly rider. And arrived at work with I want to say it was 2 minutes to spare, maybe 30 seconds. And then got through today and tried to watch Raw for research tonight, and the Netflix crapped out. So I've had to piece it together, the last few bits on YouTube, basically. So I've pretty much seen 80% of Monday Night Raw. Hopefully I've not missed too much. I haven't written as much as I usually do. I had to go over the Penta Dom match, unfortunately, so I'm going to rewatch that at some point when I get a chance. So so it's been a bit of a day, folks, to be completely honest. First things first, as I usually say, this will be on YouTube podcast and will be on YouTube video to stream, blah 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 blah. You know the routine. I will talk about Raw in a minute and stuff that I've got coming up. Let me have a look. Yes, comment from Jack. I struggle with my sleep due to my disability. I think you mentioned that to me before, Jack. Actually, but everyone's different. Yeah, dude, it's one of these. Oh, let me have a look. Cup of tea. Looks like he's going out on the rob. I am cup of tea. Actually, I'm going to go rob some houses in Beeston in about 5 minutes' time. Actually, shh, don't tell anyone. Um, yeah, no, Jack, it's pain in the arse, mate. It's an absolute pain in the arse. It basically might. I won't go into the whole thing with sleep apnea because it's very boring and uninteresting. But basically, long story short, um, I've got to have like a breathing machine that breathes for me in the middle of the night now, which was a pain in the backside for about the first week, and now I've kind of got used to it, mate. To be honest, it's not too bad at all now. But like when I go to sleep, I'm gone because basically I've had to have this machine because my doctor told me, you know what us lads are like with listening to our wives and our girlfriends and mothers, and we should do a bit more, really. And my missus kept telling me, "Will you bloody go to doctors? Your snoring's terrible." And eventually I was like, "Oh, right, yes, we." Hello, wife. Hopefully she's not watching this now. Anyway, so she sends me there, and I go to the doctors, and I think to myself, whatever, I'm just a bit snoring, isn't it? It turns out on average that I stopped breathing 26 times a night on average. And I was like, oh, that's not great. Maybe I should have listened to my wife. So I had to like wander back, and she was like, "Who was right, the wife or the husband?" I was like, "The wife. The wife was right." Oh. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, so basically, it's just, dude, it's just one of these, unfortunately. Where when I've gone, I've gone. I mean, I could literally sleep for between 12 and 15 hours. When I was ill last year, I think the worst I did was 2 o'clock in the morning till 5:30 the next day. I mean, as in spark out, mate. So yeah, it's just one of these things. Unfortunately, we've all got rubbish that we've got to deal with. So I'm no different. But yeah, that was not a good start to today. And basically, long story short, everything piles along from there. And just to finish this very unhappy little story, basically, I then got back late because then I was in Leeds City Centre on my way home, and they've cut off half of Leeds City Centre because there's filming going on now. One or two of you may have noticed that I obviously I don't just do wrestling, Liverpool and horror and this, that, and the other. There is the odd moment that I will put something on if it looks like it's a thing. So yeah, I was wandering about trying to film whatever was going on. There was blacked out window. I won't go into it, but there was like blacked out windows on Browns, which if you know Leeds, it's one of our restaurants in Leeds. Obviously, Browns is a chain, and all the windows were blacked out, and there were like people coming in and out. So I'm sat there trying to like film it, but not look as if I'm filming it, kind of thing. And I was wandering around trying to find out what was going on, and then I suddenly looked and went, "Huh, it's 7:45 at night. I'm meant to be doing a live stream on Raw, which I haven't even watched yet. Bugger." So yeah, and I had to rush back here, watched a bit of it with my son. Halfway through Raw, and I thought to myself, "Oh, I've got an hour, that's all right." And then my Netflix completely crapped out. So yeah, I've had to piece it together on YouTube, and then I've just seen the thing that CM Punk has said to Roman, which I'll get on to in a minute. But um, for those of us who have lost their fathers, I'm not sure about that. Even if Roman's given permission, even if it was Roman's idea, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I'll get back to the comments anyway. Let me just have a look. I have a brain injury at the moment. I can't sleep till 20 hours later. Usually I can't sleep, but it varies. So yeah, I know we spoke about it before, Jack. I'm so sorry about like, dude, like yours is way. I mean, mate, yours is way worse than mine. Way worse. I'm just a complete bloody idiot who goes to sleep at like ridiculous hours and then complains that he can't get up in the night. But it's just one of these, Jack. I've just ended up in this really bad routine. I mean, The trouble is that I've got a lot of my live streaming stuff I can't really do until the evening because I've got to get my lad to sleep. That's why I've been doing quite a few of the live streams in Leeds on the like literally on the way home because I know I can do them then kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I mean that doesn't help, but it is something that I want to do. So you've got to kind it's checks and balances, isn't it, mate? If you want to go on with your life and do some cool stuff, then sometimes you have to just put in the hard yards. And if you've got an affliction like yourself, and you've got a lesser affliction like myself, for example, if you want to do something, unfortunately, you've got to put up with the consequences, I suppose. But yeah, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. Let me have a look. Oh, hello, Amanda. Hello, Amanda from Central Florida. Hello, Amanda from Central Florida. That is very, very cool. Hello from Central Leeds in England, which is not quite as glamorous, to be fair. But yes, hello from Florida. Love to see you. Sorry to hear you have that. Like I said, Jack, it's fine, mate. Don't worry about it. It's one of these things. I'm just falling to pieces. Like I said, I've got. What else have I got at the minute? Let me just look at my body. Bad ankles, bad knees, diabetes, probably because of the fat. You may have noticed that I am actually fat. It is what it is, meh, whatever. What else have I got? I've got an eye thing that's going on that I need some sort of. I was going to say an eye replacement then. No, it's not quite that bad, but there's something that I've got to. There's some sort of procedure that I've got to have, and God knows what it is. So I might end up looking like Jack Sparrow, ugly version, in the near future, potentially. And yeah, I've got the sleep apnea and a couple of other bits and pieces and mental health problems. But look, we've all got to go through rubbish. So I am, look, there are billions of people who are worse off than me at the end of the day. So it is what it is. You've just got to crack on, mate, haven't you? Amanda again, are you British? Your voice sounds like it. I am Amanda, yes. Funny story, Amanda. Basically, I am British Ghanaian, basically. So, in fact, if you can see, Amanda, if you're still on, that is my Ghana pendant. I got this from Makola Market in Accra, which is the capital city of Ghana. That my old fella bought me. So you're talking this. I've had this about 35 years, and basically, I won't go into this, but like my dad always features prominently in these live streams. He always manages to get on it. Basically, my old fella died about 30 odd years ago, so I've had this literally for 30 years just to keep him with me, kind of thing. So yeah, I am. Obviously, I was born here, born and raised and everything. I'm as English as they come, but I always consider myself British Ghanaian because I'm my father, just to keep some memory of him alive, basically. I know it probably sounds really, really daft and stupid, but it is what it is. Oh, I've just seen one of my fellow Ghanaians score a goal, actually, Antoine Semenyo, for Manchester City, who drew this evening and basically gave Arsenal the title in the process. So, well done, Man City. Anyway, let's have a look. Leroyd Footlong. That's a hell of a name, Leroyd. That your name's nearly like my dad's. Actually, my dad was called Leo, basically, and his wife, i.e., my mother, came up with a really imaginative name for myself. So Leo came up with Leon, as you do. Bit lazy. I mean, I would have preferred. I always said to my mum, like, I would like to be called Santiago Rodriguez or something really cool like that. But then I've got this Brummie accent, so I'd just be like, I'm Santiago Rodriguez, and people would just be like, dude, what you want about? But there we go. Anyway, but yes, I am British, mate, and thank you for saying that's cool. It doesn't always feel cool to be British at the current moment, for reasons which I won't go into. Anyway, Jack, again, I understand I'm not able to do YouTube live streams much either. My wrestling show, yeah, like I said, Jack, I caught one of yours the other day. It was really good, actually. Oh God, sorry, but I've forgotten who was in the ring. There was like, There's like this big bloke, because I had it on my laptop here while I was watching something. You had this uh, big fellow with a bald head. Sorry, but I can't remember who it was basically. But yeah, it did look really, really good. I saw another one with two like smaller wrestlers that were fighting each other. I'm really sorry, but I didn't catch the names. But yeah, dude, yours is a hell of a lot more impressive than mine. I'm literally just sat here with a phone in a selfie ring that doesn't even work. So yes, as most of you all know, I'm not the most technologically advanced person on the planet, to say the least. But there we go. Let's have a look. Leroy again. No, England is amazing. It, look, Leroy, it's one of these things. Like, I'm not going to sit here and have a go at pop at my own country. Look, there are a lot of very cool places in England. There are a lot of very, very nice people here, and there are a lot of opportunities and ways of life that we have in this country that I'm very grateful to have. Having been in the third world, which Ghana was back in the day and still technically is now. Like, I'm not, and this isn't me disrespecting people's poverty in this country at all, because we've got a lot of homeless and people who are desperately in need of help. But obviously, in comparison to a third world country or what's going on in Ukraine or I mean, Iran and God knows where else, I feel very grateful to live in this country. I try not to complain about it, but there are. Oh, how does one say this in today's politically charged climate? There are one or two. What does it say to my son? There are one or two naughties who live in England who, excuse me, are seemingly intent on trying to inconvenience the rest of us with nonsense that isn't real. And you could probably guess at the people I'm aiming that comment to, and they are just super annoying. And quite honestly, I wish we could cut the country up and have them drift away into the water elsewhere. But there we go. Anyway, off the politics very quickly. If you do want like politics, folks, if you follow me on Reddit, I've got like a Liverpool channel. I've got a wrestling channel on there. Do they call them channels? No, community. Sorry. So I've got a wrestling community, a toy collectors community, a Liverpool community. Blah 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 blah. There are a couple of political ones on there that like I try to consider myself quite polite, but some of the posts that I put about various things that go on into the world are straying slightly into the less polite English exterior that you currently see at the minute, basically. I.e., I swear at people. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Oh, actually, speaking of wrestling that I'm meant to be speaking about, if anyone does want to join me on Geek Boy Meta on Reddit, I think that's what I am. If you type in Geek Boy Meta, my name will come up. I'm actually going to see AEW at Wembley Stadium. I'm getting the tickets. I think. Let me just have a look at my computer. Oh, tickets for Wembley come out in 2 weeks actually, so I'm going to get mine straight away and get my hotel sorted and blah blah blah. So I will be covering AEW All In at Wembley Stadium, by the way, which I've done the last 3 years, and it's going to be super awesome, and I already can't wait. Anyway, there is a certain chant that one or two of you may be familiar with that is going around AEW based arenas at the minute. I'm not going to say what the chant is, but those of you who watch the channel will know what I'm making reference to. It is my mission using this community that I've got for AEW to get that certain chant going around Wembley Stadium to the point where it's deafening. So if anyone wants to help me do that, you are more than welcome to. It rhymes with, let me think, how can I do this English rhyming? It rhymes with duck rice. Anyway, let me have a look. Jack, I struggle with my mobility balancing. I can't walk fast. I usually hold onto my mum's arms and I need to be sitting down. Oh, Jack, dude, I'm so sorry about it. I really am. Look, it's, my mum really struggles with her movement as well. She's got rheumatoid arthritis and oh my god, I can never remember what this is. Rheumatoid, right? Someone helps out in the comments. Rheumatoid and the other arthritis that's not rheumatoid. It's completely left my brain. Bloody terrible son. I can't remember what's wrong with mum. And she's got like, I won't go into it because obviously it's her private details, but she's got other lots of problems, and it's meant that she can't walk very well and hasn't been able to for 25 years, and it's proper bad. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I wouldn't say I'm struggling, but yeah, my walking is worryingly not quite as good as it used to be before, but there we go. I also appreciate your comment on my YouTube about being talented. Oh, that's fine, Jack. No, dude, honestly, you are, man. I'm not just saying it because you're a friend and everything, but Jack, honestly, I don't know how. So, you know how you've got those wrestling matches, and you somehow put them into a computer. If my son could hear me, he'd just be cringing right now. I don't know how you do that. So, you know how you watch these YouTube things where they've got all like pops and whiz bangs in the background and colourful graphics and 18-year-olds screaming, dude, and this, that, and the other. Like, I mean, I'm not ever going to go like that because I am what I am. I'm just not one of them people. Fair play if you are, but like, I don't actually know how you do any of that. I literally just stick my camera on and start filming stuff, basically. But I think that's what people maybe like about the channel. I've had a couple of comments saying it's nice to just see normal things in real life, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm onto something there. So I've kind of just stuck with that, dude, to be honest. So, but yeah, in terms of doing something technical like yours do, I have no idea how you do any of that. Oh, I'm just watching Match Today. What a goal that is from Morgan Gibbs White. It's a right goal, that is. Yeah, so mate, my applause goes out to you, Jack, because I don't know how you. I don't know how you get the wrestling on to the channel, if that makes any sense. I have my son has tried to explain it. You know how you've got these like influence people who I don't know if any of you watch a lad called Unspeakable, and also one, Moralia. Me and my son watch Moralia. He's a really, really lovely bloke, actually. He does all those clips. And you know, they do the clips and they sort of react to them, kind of thing. My son's tried to explain to me how to do it. He's like, Dad, you do it like this, this, and this. And I'm like, do what with the what? I honestly, I haven't got a bloody clue. I've got no idea. Like I said, I'm probably literally the worst YouTuber in terms of technological stuff in the history of the world. The only good thing that I've got going for me is I'm quite old and I know a lot of stuff about sci-fi, horror, Liverpool and wrestling because I've just spent 30 years glued to a TV or watching cinema or going to watch football. So I know quite a lot of stuff about useless stuff that's not really practical in real life, basically. Anyway, I'm waffling. But yes, thank you, Jack. That's very, very kind of you. AFC12. Can you do a hairline check? I can, AFC12. So, I had a pizza slice going on the other day, where basically I've got like afro hair and it's still growing. Like, it's growing more than when I was a kid. However, just here, there was like a triangle. If you listen on podcast, by the way, I'm trying to describe what my hairline looks like. There was like a triangle, like going like that, basically. And my son said, Daddy's got the pizza slice. Unfortunately, he said this in front of my mates, so now I get, hey, it's pizza slice, how you going, lads? I was like, thank you, son, for that, well done. But yes, I will do a hairline check. Ta-da! There you go. So, can you just see there? It's like a mini pizza slice, whereas the rest of my hair, I mean, that's literally, I shaved it, 2 days ago? This is literally 2 days worth of growth. And I've still got all my hair, but for some reason, and it's not me going bald or anything, the rest of me is fine. It's just this bloody thing here, basically. So if you're ever wondering why I wear this, there you go. And I've got my red Liverpool one as well. And When someone said to me the other day, "Blimey, you look much better with the hat on," I'm like, "Oh, right, okay, I think we best keep the hat on." What I'm going to do in the summer, I have no idea, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, uh, let's have a look. The bold guy is Jack Styles, my character. I was doing a storyline. He got into the ring and tried saving his teammates, but the ref ejected him just like WWE storylines. Oh, nice one, Jack. Nice one. Yeah, I will look at the names next time I've got you on, dude. Next time I've got you on. But yeah, no, like I said, mate, what you do is really special. So keep it up, mate. Genuinely keep it up. Because, like I said, your channel is way better than mine, which I probably shouldn't be saying actually. But my channel is good, folks. I take videos in wrestling arenas and at Liverpool games, and you can see the stuff in real time. So please keep watching. There we go. Nomi, how you doing, Nomi? You all right? Lower tax and we all win. Lower tax and we all win. Is that in reference to a certain British government that we have at the minute, or a previous British government? I don't know. I definitely agree with you though, mate. I mean, honestly, this is going to turn right political now, but like, dude, honestly, everything costs so bloody much at the minute. It's like, Jesus Christ, honestly. Honestly, you could have me going for hours on this, but my missus the other day went to because my son eats a lot of fruits and vegetables, which don't get me wrong, we're super proud of him, but he's like a bloody horse. He's literally just mows through fruit and vegetables, and I'm like, all the other children in the world who like burgers and chicken nuggets, which basically most of us kids from the 90s basically survived on. And my son literally cannot get enough fruit and vegetables. Anyway, so Mrs. went to Asda. If you don't know what Asda is, if you're watching from abroad, by the way, it's just what's the equivalent going to be in the States? I've completely forgot what are the shops in the States. Like Americans have Costco, which we have over here. What's the food store I'm thinking of? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, Mrs. comes back and she's absolutely fuming. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" It's like, "I can't believe how much money I've just taken off me." It's like, "Well, how much do you pay?" 35 quid for like basically like 4 or 5 days worth of fruit and vegetables. I was like, "You are 35 quid?" It's like, it's all frozen vegetables and stuff. It's like, do these vegetables come with gold bars attached to them? What the hell are we doing here? It's just like, yeah, dude, it's everything. It's like, my bus money's gone up because we don't use cars, because frankly, we can't afford them. Simple as that. Rent's gone up. I mean, what else? I mean, phone bills have gone up. Just there isn't anything that you've got at the minute that is not going up, and you've got people saying, "Oh, but like wages are going up." It's like, no, they really aren't. Don't be ridiculous. But yes, I definitely agree with you, Nomi, on that. Everything is super expensive, and they do need to cut our taxes because I would love to know what my 130 odd quid a month on council tax goes on. Especially in South Leeds, if anyone's familiar with South Leeds, it's like, oh, it goes on police, fire service, and the NHS. It's like, does it? Does it really? Well, in that case, living in South Leeds, considering it's the police, I would like a discount. But yes, I won't get into South Leeds politics, but the police here are crap. Anyway, moving swiftly on. There we go. Amanda, you have a very nice voice. Oh, thank you, Amanda. That's very nice of you. I don't feel as if I have one, to be honest. My voice is a bit weird because someone said the other day I sounded like I was from London, and I'm like, no, nowhere near. I mean, I've lived in Yorkshire for like most of my life, like 30. How long have I lived here? 32 years, something along them lines. I lived in a place, if you don't know, I lived in a place called Derby. Derby is in the East Midlands, so if you're abroad, basically you've got Birmingham here, you go, I don't know, about 45 minutes on a train, go to the East Midlands basically, and Derby's basically there. And I lived there for 10 years, didn't pick the accent up, but then I lived somewhere called Telford, which again, if you think Birmingham, Telford is basically there's a lad here who is one of my subscribers and a good mate called Finn. He will know exactly what I'm on about. Basically, Telford is about, I don't know, 30 miles from Brum, and I lived in Telford. So I lived in Derby for 10 years. no accent. I've lived in Yorkshire for 35 years, no accent. I lived in Telford for a year and a half, and basically, British people know what I'm on about when I say this. I ended up sounding like Jack Grealish, basically. And whenever I've had a bit to drink, my kind of brummy West Midlands accent always comes out, or when I get a bit excited and stuff. So, yeah, I just have a weird voice, basically. But thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Let's have a look. John Mitch. Sorry. Know me first. What's your ethnicity, sir? My ethnicity is Black British Ghanaian, Black English Ghanaian, or just English with a tiny bit of Ghanaian, but something along those lines. That is my ethnicity basically, and half black, half white, or I don't know, 70% black and 30% white, whatever the case may be. You get the idea basically. That's what. Yeah. John Mitch, 2-1 Wolves. Yes, thank you, John Mitch, for reminding me of that. Yes, so I saw that yesterday. If you really want a good laugh, John Mitch, yeah, what a game slot out. I mean, I don't really have an argument, to be honest. I was defending Slot, and I was literally defending up until about a month ago. And I thought we were getting back on track, mate. I really, really did. But I mean, yesterday, but if you want a funny story, so I went to the gym yesterday, as I was telling guys on the live stream yesterday. Went to the gym, did a really good workout. I was quite pleased with myself. Stayed at the gym for over 2 hours, which is the longest I think I've ever been at the gym. And came away, I was like, oh yeah, I feel quite good actually. And I get into town. I thought, oh right, what I'll do is I'll go in, and slightly arrogant on my part. I'll go into town because the Liverpool match is still on, and I'll go and put myself in the boozer, which is not a very good idea when you just spent 2 hours in the gym, but still. I thought, right, what I'll do, I'll go and watch the last 5 minutes. I'll have a pint, watch the highlights that come on after the football's finished. I thought, yeah, I'll watch that. Cool, nice one. And just as I got in, I see Andre burying the ball in the back of our net, and literally just turned around and walked straight back out, which isn't very good supporting, but I was literally, I don't know if anyone saw the live stream yesterday, I was fuming beyond words, fuming. It's like I said, this is a local live stream. It's meant to be WWE, which I haven't even touched yet, and I will get onto it in a minute, folks. But I'm enjoying the chat. And especially after tonight. So, Manchester United have lost this evening. Aston Villa have lost this evening. Chelsea have won, but it was kind of a good result for us either way, whatever happened in that match. And also, hysterically, Manchester City did not win. So if Liverpool had won yesterday, I think my maths is correct that we would now be 8 points behind Manchester City. Because to be honest, Arsenal are going to win the league. It's as simple as that. So I'm now hoping that Arsenal just beat Man City, and maybe that can kind of drag them back in. And we have just completely thrown 3.5 months of really hard graft and work away in one night, because now we're back in the rubbish basically. And I don't know if we're going to qualify for Champions League, but I've got to be honest, John, and I shouldn't say this about my own team, but I'm an honest lad and I'm a straight shooter. We don't deserve to qualify for the Champions League. We've been dreadful this season. I mean, I think Sunderland have been far better than we have this season. I think Brentford have played better. I mean, Brentford absolutely smashed us earlier this season. Brentford have played better football than us. It breaks my heart to say this. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, but at times Everton have played better football than Liverpool this season, which is just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And if you ask me where I think we I mean, another thing as well, sorry, I'll get off football in a minute. How on earth Wolves are bottom of the league? I mean, the only thing I could think of is before Rob Edwards came in, because he's actually done really well with them. The players must have been turning off half cut. like steaming from the alehouse the night before or something. Because there's no way they're the worst team in the league. There's no, absolutely not a chance. But yeah, yeah. No. Long story short, mate, it was dreadful, and I'm usually a pretty okay Liverpool fan. I always get behind the lads, and I am conscious of the fact that obviously what's happened to Diogo Jota is horrendous, and I'm fully behind the lads. And look, I said at the start of the season, and it makes me a massive hypocrite, that they'll get my full support, which they have, and they could finish 8th or 9th for all I cared. I think a lot of Liverpool fans were like that, but obviously time moves on, doesn't it? I mean, I remember when my old fellow died. I thought, oh, I'll never get over it, and then 3 or 4 months later, you find yourself going back to college and just doing normal people stuff, and yeah, things just move on, don't they? And like, you do have to keep reminding yourself about the Jota of it all, and you're like, am I being fair on the boys? Should I be expecting Champions League? I don't know, but either way, I mean, it was just dreadful yesterday. Absolutely bloody dreadful. Jack, just basically streaming on my PS5. Ah, right. So so let me get this in my head, Jack. So you get the PS5. God, I sound like such an old man now. And plug it in to the YouTube or plug it into the laptop, and then basically you press some sort of button that says transfer and shove it all on YouTube. I think, is that right? While I'm at it, you or anyone else, does anyone know? Because I watch a lot of Unspeakable with my son. You know when they're doing like Minecraft and stuff like that. You know when a lot of these internet gamers are doing basically gaming, and you're watching them play a game, but they're playing it and you can see them on the screen at the same time. How does one do that? Because I honestly, I've asked my son. He's literally given up with me now. He's just literally like, Jesus Christ, Dad. Honestly, but yeah, I honestly, like I said, Jack, I haven't got a clue. I really appreciate it. I found it difficult getting support, but yeah, JSW has been going in 4 years since August 15th. 2026. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. Nice one. Well, I will help you out, Jack, whenever I can do, and I will post your videos on my socials, which I have done on a couple of occasions. And yeah, because I've got my wrestling channel on Reddit as well, so I will post some stuff out for you, dude. So hopefully that'll get you a few more subscribers. We all need to help each other. Incidentally, thank you everyone for getting me close to the 1,500 subscribers mark, which I mean, very, very quick story. Sorry for anyone that's tuning in for wrestling. I do apologise. I'll put it on the time code when I actually get around to talking about wrestling. But I started this channel as a way of selling stuff on eBay. If you can believe it, basically. So anyway, I've told this story a million times, but very, very quickly. There was one day where I was just like, my eBay sales aren't doing very well, because that was my plan at that stage. I wanted to have my own business because I don't like working with human beings, basically, and all the office. Those of you who work with the offices, like, this person doesn't like that person, blah 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 blah. That person went out with that person. Now they're broken up, and there's a really bad atmosphere in the office. But it just like I am. You've always got that guy in the film who's the guy in the background going, Jesus Christ, shut up. I am that guy, and it is my plan. I would like to just do something. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, but I would like to do something in writing, or I don't know, communities on Reddit or whatever the case may be, where basically I can just do all that sort of stuff on my own, because I've done working with people for 30 years, and it's this is going to make me sound really awful and really selfish. It just is not for me. I like talking to people like this. I don't like doing it at work because it's all agenda driven. I know that's life and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure it is life, but I just don't want anything to do with it. Anyway, oh, Chelsea have just scored. Sorry if that's, I'm a bit all over the place at the minute. What was I talking about? Yes, so the eBay thing, basically, long story short, um, did the channel and thought, oh, because I already had the YouTube channel. This is my original YouTube channel that my ex had to. This is how stupid I am. My ex had to. I'm still good friends with her to this day. Shout out to her. She had to set my YouTube channel up for me because, like, when I say I was stupid with technology, I did not have a clue. And there was one day when I had YouTube, and I was like, I won't say her name obviously for privacy reasons, but I was just like, hey, ex-girlfriend, there's this thing on YouTube, right? And I've just worked it out. If you press this button, you can make playlists, and all your favorite things will come up. And you don't have to like type them in. It's just there for you. And she gave me this look like. You know the I don't know if you watch Family Guy. You know the thing where Stewie looks at Brian and goes, that was basically her. She was just like, what are you talking about? Obviously, that's how YouTube works. Anyway, long story short, so um, I'm putting these videos on. I thought to myself, oh, right, what I'll do is I can put some toy shorts on and that will show people the sort of stuff that I sell, kind of thing, if you see what I mean. So put a few bits and pieces on and it had like, I don't know, 10 or 20 people watching. I thought, oh, nice one, that's good. And then I happened to be walking towards a Villa have just got. How is that offside? You've got to be kidding me. Right, I'm just watching Villa versus Chelsea match today, and one of the people have just been flagged offside because their kneecap was offside. Wow, I don't have the words. Anyway, so I'm walking down the road to go to this the White Rose Centre, which is around the corner from where we live, and I'm walking along, and all of a sudden I see Ellen Road, which is very, very close to our house. It's about 10-15 minute walk away. And I'm sat there looking at it, and I was like, hang on, wait a minute. Gears start going. I was like, I wonder what would happen if I just did a few shorts of Ellen Road. So did a couple of shorts, put them on, didn't think anything of it. And then there were like, I don't know, 40 or 50 people this time. I was like, oh, I wonder what would happen if I did like a whole vlog of it. So I went round Ellen Road, I didn't have a clue what I was doing whatsoever. Put it on there, I thought, yeah, well, that's all right, I'll have a look at it. And again, there was like 25, 26 people that watched it. I thought, oh, yeah, that's quite good. So I put in the, when you put in the link description, I put basically, by the way, I also stole stuff on eBay, blah, 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 blah. Didn't think anything of it. Didn't look at it for a couple of weeks. Went back on a couple of weeks later and I thought, yeah, I'll have a look at the Ellen Road. 1,500 people. And I'm like, what? I was like, but this is just a crappy what? And I was literally like, why would anyone watch this for? This is just weird. And then all of a sudden it clicked. I was like, hang on, wait a minute. I go to wrestling and I go to Liverpool match. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Long story short, that's how I ended up doing this basically. So this was meant to be an eBay stream selling platform or whatever you want to call it that has now turned into this weird channel where I just waffle on about Liverpool and pro wrestling and household bills apparently for some reason this evening. But yes, there we go. Little story there for you. Oh, hello, yeah, Arsenal, yes, come on, you Gunners. Yeah, well, I think you've won it tonight, basically. I mean, not to put the pressure on yet, but if Arsenal mess this up with, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to look at the league table for you because I'm a generous bloke like that. So at the minute, sorry if I will start talking about wrestling, I promise. Manchester City have got 60 points. Arsenal have got 67. 6-7. Yes, I know. And Arsenal played one game more, but they've got to play Manchester City at the Etihad. So even if Arsenal lose that game and Man City win the game in hand, Arsenal have still got a 1 point lead and a superior goal difference, which off the top of my head, sorry, my maths is dreadful. Basically, Arsenal need to, if Arsenal wins 7 games from, I think I'm right in saying, yeah, if you don't lose at the Etihad, you win the title if you win 6 games out of 8. So not you haven't quite got the lead that we had last season, but this would be all-time fiasco of the century territory if Arsenal don't win the league. No, I mean, I can't see it happening. I mean, looking at your fixtures as well, can't believe I'm now looking at Arsenal fixtures, but there we go. I would do if I could get it to work. Yeah, I mean, looking at the league, I mean, you've got what Everton at home. That'll be 4 or 5-0. They've got a lot of cup games. Then you go back to the league. You've got Bournemouth at home, 3-0. Man City away. I actually think you'll win. Newcastle at home. I'll probably give you a draw. Fulham at home, 3 or 4-0. And let me just flick on to April. Yes, that's your April fixtures. And then May, yeah, I mean, look at the state of that. Fulham at home, West Ham away, Burnley, the last 2 games are Burnley at home and Crystal Palace away. Yeah, no chance. Absolutely no chance. I'd see. You might as well just have to take the title now. No chance Arsenal are going to mess that up. Do you watch WWE LFG Legends Future Great Series 3? No, Jack, I still haven't started. To be honest, Jack, the one thing I need to start watching is NXT because I was watching it, but it's one of these things. If I did this professionally, mate, it would be piece of you know what. It'd be so easy because all I would have to do is basically get my big flabby arse up and turn the laptop on and just press wrestling, and then I could write all my notes as I was going along. Unfortunately, this is the real world, and your boy still has a real job, which I have to do. And basically, I get to do all my social media stuff and stuff like this when I'm on breaks, on the way to work, and when I've left work. So yeah, I mean, in terms of taking other stuff on, look, I really like watching Denise Salcedo. I don't know if you watch her at all, but she's like the best like wrestling YouTube live streamer person that I've ever seen. She is absolutely golden, absolutely brilliant, brilliant young woman. I thoroughly encourage anyone to watch Denise Salcedo. She's really, really good. Why was I telling you about Denise Salcedo for? Oh yeah, no. So basically, she covers like AEW. She watches NXT. I think she started doing, excuse me, TNA, and then she does all like the live vlogs for WrestleMania and this, that, and the other. I mean, again, I would love to do something like that. It'd be absolutely freaking awesome. But like, yeah, unfortunately, I just haven't got time, mate. Really. I mean, I was going to start watching New Japan Pro Wrestling because I've just found out that's on a channel called Extreme, which is channel 271, and basically you've got to click on it, and it's like one of those internet channels. So you click on it, and basically it's got British wrestling on it as well, which is really awesome. In fact, I will try and put that on a bit, see if I can watch it, because I was going to start watching New Japan because I really like New Japan, and it's just one of these. I just haven't got time, Jack, unfortunately. So yes, if I ever can make a go of this, then yes, I will be watching all the wrestling that I can possibly find, pretty much. Yeah, what, mate, what happened to Liverpool? We are rubbish. Yeah, basically. Absolute bloody rubbish. Hopeless. Wolves played amazing. Yeah, no, we did. Yeah, we did. We did. Sorry. Yeah, no, Wolves fully deserved to win. Fair play to them. We didn't deserve anything and got exactly what we got for being arrogant, conceited arseholes who just wandered onto the field, and myself included, because I don't know if you heard that story, but like I said, I went to the gym yesterday and thought to myself, afterwards I'll just go into town and watch the end of the Liverpool Wolves match. I'm sure it'll be fine. And I got my comeuppance when I walked into the pub just as Andre scored the winning goal, and I literally went, you know that thing where that meme where Grandpa Simpson walks into the Bolesco, and Bart's there, and he's like, I was just literally like, yeah, no, I'm not paying for a glass of beer to watch us lose to Wolves. So I basically had a tantrum, walked off into the live stream, and then I went to Wetherspoons. and drank wine. I would just leave that story where it lies. You might have seen the shorts actually of the 2 glasses of wine. There were possibly another couple after that, shall we say, because I was not best pleased yesterday, to say the least. City 2-2. Yeah. No, like I said, yeah. I just don't see. I just don't see Arsenal messing this up. I mean, like I said, looking at them fixtures, I mean, who's going to beat them? I don't. I honestly, I think Arsenal. I think they will get their statement win at Manchester City finally. Because obviously, I know you've struggled. I mean, everyone struggles there, obviously, but I think Arsenal will win. I could see them winning 3 or 4-0 because City just don't look. They don't look right to me at all. They really, really don't look right to me. Is that what the Newcastle player got sent off for? You joking? You can't send people off for that. No, that's ridiculous. No, I don't condone diving. I'm just watching that Jacob Murphy thing, so I've got Match of the Day on in the background. That's ridiculous. The referee needs to have a bit of common sense. That's just completely stupid. Anyway, moving swiftly on. To be honest, yeah, I think you can sit there and relax. Look, I reckon you'll win 2 trophies. I don't think. I think you'll beat Manchester City in the League Cup. I think you'll beat them to the league title. I could see Arsenal getting to the final as well of the FA Cup, but maybe just losing that to someone. That's why he's been sent off for the dive. Let's have a look. So you get the ball. Oh, you stupid boy. No wonder he got sent off. Sorry, I take that back, actually. What an absolute cretin. Anyway, Champions League, do I think... To be honest, I mean, Arsenal are probably pretty much the best team in that tournament, really. So, I mean... It could be the treble. It really could be. I mean, it could be a quadruple. I mean, basically now, if Arsenal win every single game they take part in, they will win all 4 trophies. So, I just think... I think Arsenal are good enough to win all 4 trophies yet, to be honest, frustratingly. But I maybe think you might just run out of energy, which I know sounds really, really odd, but like maybe it's going to end up being a bit too much for them. I don't know, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, you will definitely win at least 2 this season. So I'd be astonished if Arsenal don't win anything this season at this point. It's difficult to explain, but on PS5... Oh, yes, Jack. Yes, I will read this. PS5, you select the game you want to play. Select a button on PS5 controller, the title of your stream description, and select YouTube. Interesting. That is interesting. Thank you very much, Jack. We have a PS5. It's not PS5. Oh, no, it's over there. I don't know where that bloody PS5 is in the old house. No, we've got PS5 actually. Why was Casemiro doing 6-7 for? He's literally just done that thing that my son does when he scored a goal. Bizarre. Yeah, we've got a PS5. Oh, thank you very much, Jack. That's given me 1 or 2 ideas. By the way, folks, I'm going to be trying an experiment involving Lego soon, which might sound a bit weird, but actually, I'll just show you very quickly, seeing this is already a bit of a weird live stream. Let me just get this ready. There is a reason I'm grabbing something. I had this idea the other day when I was playing Lego with my son. And we were like, because I'm no good at Lego, I haven't got a bloody clue what I'm doing, to be quite honest. But we were making stuff, and all of a sudden I was like, have you got any red tops? And he knew what I was going to do straight away. He's like, Dad, are you going to make Liverpool? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make Liverpool. So this is... This wasn't done deliberately, folks. I've literally just realised this was here. So these are... my Liverpool Lego characters. I've kind of done it a bit sarcastically. So that one is Milos Kerkez. Um, don't ask me why he's got Dragon Ball hair. I just thought it was hilarious. That good looking young lad is Dominic Sobersley. That one is Alexis McAllister. That one, just because he's got crazy hair and crazy style, is Hugo Ekitike. That's Arne Slot. And that guy is Fede Chiesa. I did have Ibu Kanate somewhere, but I think my son's nicked him for another thing. Because I had this idea, and I'll put the other bits of Lego. I could not believe I'm putting Lego on my stream. My missus will be laughing her arse off. Oh yeah, there's Alison Becker. There you go. Sorry guys, by the way, if you're wondering if you are listening on the live stream, by the way, if you're wondering what the hell is going on at the moment, I am currently showing the very confused people my Lego builds. Because I had this idea, because you obviously, I'm sure you're aware that I do the odd little bit of political commentary here and there, and I was rather impressed about a certain election result last week, shall we say. So, in honour of that, that is the new Labour, that is the new Green MP, Hannah Spencer. That's what my son built. That's my wife, apparently. I mean, she looks pretty hot, actually, so that's pretty cool. That is Matt Goodwin, the Reform MP, with his Reform flag. That is Zach Polanski, the next Prime Minister of England. And apparently, according to my son, that is me. I'm not entirely sure why I look like the guy who was the new Candyman, but still. But yeah, I have no idea why I've just shown you that for. There was a reason, wasn't there? I don't know. Anyway, those are my Lego characters that I've made. So yeah, feel free to laugh. Thanks for helping me. No problem, Jack. No problem at all, mate. Thank you for helping me. Like I said, I'm going to try something on that PlayStation. I've got an idea. I'm just not sure how practical it is, but I will. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, Jack. I will come back to you next week because I'm going to grab my lad because he's on the PlayStation and he'll know. I'll read your comment because he'll know what you mean, basically. And he'll just be able to go, Dad, you press that button, that button. And I'll be like, yes, smart ass, whatever. And I will basically trick him into doing the thing that I want me to do, and I will bribe him with food or toy or something, I don't know. 1,500 subs, super proud of you. Oh, thank you, yeah, thank you. I mean, I haven't hit that number just yet. I think I'm on 1490. I haven't checked it right. It might be 1490 or 1489 or something along them lines. But we're getting closer. Hopefully by next week. Fingers crossed. But we'll wait and see. I usually get quite a few when there's an event on my channel that you might have noticed. So like if say if I go to see WWE or if I go to see Liverpool or like a horror convention, that spikes subscribers kind of thing. And then yeah, but again, the only trouble, this is the trouble with having the job, yeah, and not being rich, because obviously if you have a lot of money, you can go to places like Milan and Barcelona just whenever you want to start filming stuff. And this is why a lot of and I'm not being this is a bit of a generalization, but a lot of the influences you see are not necessarily from council estates, is the politest thing I would say. If you've got money behind you, you could, I mean, basically you could be a YouTuber, professional YouTuber, within a week, basically. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Usman, how you doing, Usman? You're alright. Arsenal have won the league this season. Yeah, no, they have done, mate. They have done. Oh, sorry, Jack. Sorry, I've missed one of your comments. But again, sorry, I will get onto WWE in any second there. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of subs due to the trauma I went through in the past. I keep getting close to 300 subs, but half of them are bots. Yeah, well, to be honest, Jack, there's a lot of that. It's probably quite a few of mine will be as well. But unfortunately, with social media, YouTube, and streaming, and Reddit, and God knows what else. I mean, who knows anymore? Who knows? I mean, You've just got to concentrate on the people that actually like your stuff, dude. And bots just unfortunately come with the territory. That's why I left a. I'm trying not to go political again. A certain South African's human farming experiment. Not just for that reason, but that was one of the reasons. But the main reason I left was my opinion of the gentleman. I'm sure you know which gentleman I'm talking about. Yes, but I will never be going on that platform ever again. You start to sound like a gooner. Not a chance, yeah, not a chance. No, I'm Liverpool till I die. I'm Liverpool till I die. I don't know why I'm Liverpool till I die. No, I will always be a Red Scouser, just not a Scouser. Let's have a look. NXT is not bad. I started to watch WWE, AEW. Yeah, that's another one, Jack, as well. Yeah, no, I do want to watch that actually. Do you know who I like, Jack? Actually, is Mr. Iguana. He's like super awesome. Like that move that he does, where I'm trying to think how to describe it. Like I can't even think. I don't even know how to even describe. Basically, he holds his like his chest like that, and then managed to get his legs around the person's head and get them to spin him round, and then he manages to, you know, the move I'm on about, and then he kind of flips the person over, and I'm like, how the bloody hell has he done that? That's insane. Yeah, no, I really like Mr. Iguana. Who's the other? The lad with the buzz cut. Vikingo. He looks really good, and there's the lady as well with the blonde hair. Not Sol Ruka. I've completely forgot what the young lady's name is, but she's got blonde hair. Lola Vice, I think her name is. She's really awesome too as well. Again, I would watch that, Jack, if I could, but it's just one of these. If I was a single man, just make sure the wife's not listening, and there were no babies running around and this, that, and the other, and I work part time, I could probably do all this stuff, but it's just one of these, dude. And you'll know having a family yourself, but it's just you just haven't got time to do all this stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just one of these. Thoughts on the plonkers at Liverpool? Bankers. Seeing as I'm trying not to swear, Elijah, to be honest, mate, in fact, I'll tell you if you want my opinion, just to do a bit of cross promotion. So I am on Substack, which obviously what most of you will know about because I keep posting. No doubt, there's very annoying links. Guy's got to eat. But yeah, I'm actually on Substack and I do a lot of writing about Liverpool. It's part of my mental health, to be honest, Elijah, because I need to. I don't know if this makes any sense, but I have a lot of stuff that goes on in my brain, like all the time. As soon as I wake up in the morning, that just is going round and round and round and round and round. And sometimes I just need to get it out of my head and put it somewhere. And sometimes it has to go on a bit of paper or on the computer, and that's how I actually ended up writing Substack articles, which is actually going well at the minute. So I've actually, from a profound mental health issue, I've actually managed to turn it into like some sort of weird thing, basically. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm going to read to you what's my opinion. Well, I'm not going to read the whole thing, folks. Well, don't worry. Please don't all. But yes, if I can get it to load up, because I thought it was rather droll last night when I wrote it. Is it going to load up? It will load up. Here we go. Right. Okay, cool. Yes. And if you want to see, like I said, I put links on all the time. But basically, that's my laptop, and I don't know if you can see it very well because the glare. That is basically one of my Substack articles. So I have written, Elijah, seeing as you've asked, and this will be the one time I swear, so I apologise in advance. Right then, folks, welcome to your analysis of Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club versus Liverpool Football Club. And here is the analysis. It was an absolute feast of human achievement for the starters and substitutes of Liverpool to leave more shite on the field than to leave more shite on the field than King Kong after Skull Island Curry Night, which I thought was rather droll, despite the fact I've just stumbled over my own words. That would describe what I thought of the performance, Elijah. I mean, I don't have the words, but again, just shout out to the Wolves fans, by the way. Again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but thank you for what you did for Diogo last night. That was amazing with the tifos and everything. Absolutely amazing. And again, I'm sorry for your loss as well as ours. Taking that aside, and I have a lot of respect for Wolves. I'm literally not far off from that area, and I love the West Midlands doing well. It's like West Midlands will always be like home more than Yorkshire, which is a bit weird because I live in Yorkshire. Anyway, losing to Wolves, who are bottom of the table, is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And one thing that does annoy me is Elijah. Sorry if it's again, by the way, I will put a time code on. I will talk about WWE, I promise. One of the things that, what on earth is the goalkeeper doing? Sorry, folks, I shouldn't really have much of the down. I do apologise, I am concentrating. If anyone wants a good laugh after you've finished watching me, just type in type in Fulham 0, West Ham 1. That is literally one of the worst conceded goals I have ever seen in my entire... What on earth was the man doing? I can't even describe it, just try and watch it. Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, the top headline, Elijah, was it was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. And look, if Liverpool cannot beat the worst side of the Premier League, frankly, they don't deserve to go. They don't deserve to be, well, I was going to say champions, but we're not going to be champions in... I think mathematically Arsenal can dethrone us from being the champions in 2 weeks, possibly before the international break. We will have lost our Premier League title. I mean, that says it all. It's just appalling, absolutely atrocious. Get clock back. How? I'm assuming you mean now. Mohammed, did you watch the game? Do we call you Mohammed or just Solomon? Mohammed Patel, stop watching The Tale and what answer we made. Sorry, when are you reading the chat? Elijah Chill, this is the beauty of the channel. Multi Waffle, like and subscribe. Thank you, yeah. Mohammed, no, definitely not Mohammed. Yeah, brilliant Lego squad. Oh, thank you, yeah, it's very nice of you. Yes, I'm not going to get involved in that, thank you. Matt Goodwin, epic. Yeah, like I said, I had to build that. So I'm going to be doing... Basically, I think that's what I was telling you folks. I'm going to do something with Lego with the help of my son and put it on my toy channel. So that was a little preview. So you might find some sort of sarcastic Lego battle, shall we say. Let me have a look. I read something. WWE doesn't have any plans for Royce Keys. I understand WWE's big roster, but when brought in... Yeah, to be honest, yeah, that I was wondering that. Like, what has happened to Powerhouse? Because literally... Royce Keys. It's a terrible name. Even though that is his name, I think. Sorry, Royce, no offense. Unless they've just done it as a troll and brought him in to annoy AEW, which is, if that's a thing, that is just really, really petty, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know, Jack. I honestly don't know. But like, the only thing I could think of is there's two things. They've brought him, they haven't got a clue what to do with him, or they are going to leave him to do some sort of shocking thing at WrestleMania, is the only thing I can think of. Or they're going to re-debut him on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, but then it's like, well, why did you put him in the Royal Rumble? Maybe they've sent him, not sent him to NXT, obviously, because he's not performing there. Maybe they've I mean, if they've sent him back to developmental to like learn in the performance sense, that's really insulting because Powerhouse Hobbs is a professional wrestler of several years standing. So I really hope that isn't what the thing is. But yeah, who knows, mate? Who knows? It's certainly very weird. Thank you for reminding me, Jack. Actually, I was thinking that's really, really weird, to be honest. That's what I'm going to do. Stick with the real supporter. Oh God, I need to turn everyone off there. Yeah, well, that's what you can do, Jack. Basically, is like you. It's just one of these. You've got bots and you've got annoying arsehole people who come along and say stupid stuff because they are um, virgins and weirdos. So yeah, that's what you've got to do, mate. The new WWE 2K26 game, they put Mr. Iguana and some Ada. Oh, have they? Oh, nice one. I'll have to think about getting that then. No, I do like Mr. Iguana. He's absolutely quality. Dude. I'd love to start my own family. Yeah. It's oh look, there's Liverpool versus Wolves. Yeah, we're not having that on. Thank you. Let's put YouTube on, so I do not wish to see that ever again. And yes, I am that petty. Right, folks, I'm going to read a couple more, and I'm going to very briefly, I think, at this stage, go through what happened on WWE. I mean, to be honest, you've actually helped me out, guys, because I haven't got loads to say because I've probably seen an hour and 20 minutes out of the 2.5 hours, give or take, but I will just go through it very quickly. Everton going above Liverpool this season, mate, up the Toffees. Let's have a look. I can't even read that. I'll just call you 4-4-5. 4-4-5-4. I'll call you 5-4 actually. Well, 5-4. I wish I could say go away, but I wouldn't actually be surprised at this point. I really wouldn't. Really, really wouldn't. To be honest, 5-4. What a name to call someone. Sorry about it. It's because I'm leading in and I can't actually see your name. I actually think there's a case for saying Everton have actually played better quality of football than Liverpool this season. I tell you, I do like that. Oh God, what is his name? Iliman Ndiaye. What a bloody player he is, by the way. He's excellent to watch. And to be fair to the Ev as well, I thought Jack Grealish was superb before he had that season. And I mean, I wouldn't say I hope he goes back, because I don't really want to be wishing Everton getting to like league title stage or anything. But do you know what? He looked really happy at Everton. I hope Everton can get him, but I mean, maybe Man City might just cut the losses and maybe Everton can get him for I don't know, 10, 15 million quid, maybe 20, 30 million. Because do you know what? He did look really, really good. And I don't think he can even make the World Cup now, can he? He's had season ender. Yeah, no. To be fair to Everton, mate, they haven't half played badly this season. To be fair, defensively, you look a hell of a lot better as well. I'm happy that Penta is the new champion. I am as well. Hello, Logan. Welcome. How you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah, no, I'm really, really, really pleased with Penta. I did like the troll of Danhausen, by the way. Having watched Triple H in my youth and knowing his level of sarcasm, I think that was probably a big middle finger up to the IWC, if that's what they're still called now. Because I just think with the debut and everything, all the stick that Danhausen's got, I bet he thought to himself, you don't like Danhausen? Oh, I've got something for you that's going to annoy you. And then he put that, obviously, the curse supposedly on Dom Mysterio. So whether Danhausen's going to go into some sort of feud with Dominic, which would be a bit weird. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, like I said, shout out to Danhausen, because like I said, look, if people didn't like it, folks, and that's obviously you're all entitled to your opinion. I didn't think it was the best way to debut someone either, but like, if you're gonna shout at like, oh guys, this wasn't very good, and shout creative, that's fine, each their own. But what I take objection to is people DMing the bloke and literally calling him an arsehole and like threatening him and stuff. It's like, guys, seriously, there's no need for that whatsoever. And it's not me being woke, but you don't just DM some fella and who's trying to earn a living and call him an arsehole. There's just absolutely no need for it. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, shout out to Danhausen. Ignore the haters. Let me have a look. Jack. Danhausen signed a $11 million contract. Oh, okay. Well, he's doing very well if that extent if he has. Every romantic twin flame already will meet at the right time. Oh, nice one, Jack. Nice one, nice one. That is good to hear. Good luck to you, my friend. Good luck to you. My twin flame is upstairs sleeping at the minute, probably snoring, which I probably need to do, folks, at some stage. So I will be wrapping this up short. Bloody hell, 75 minutes. I love that Penta has got his push. Yeah, well, it's about time as well because, like I was going to say, Logan, to be honest, because Penta was one of those. He was a victim of this stop-start culture that WWE have got sometimes. It's just like, look, he was super over, and then they're just kind of, I wouldn't say discarded him or anything like that, but there was like no, well, what are we doing now? It was kind of the sort of thing with Jacob Fatu after the whole Solo Sikoa debacle, because they could have put the belt on Jacob Fatu. After last year's WrestleMania, literally people love the guy. Just don't WWE has learned, and they're not going to do the same with Oba and Trick Williams. I reckon I reckon at the moment with how popular Trick Williams is, by the way, you could have had him won that Elimination Chamber. Do I think he should have won it? No. You could have had Trick Williams and to an extent Obafemi, and you could have had them on. You could have put either one of those in the main event of WrestleMania against Drew McIntyre. As it is, I think it's fairly obvious it's going to be Cody and Randy Orton. And I can see, put it this way, those of you who are familiar with the boys and the Homelander theory, I think it's Homelander time. That is my prediction for WrestleMania. I think Cody goes Homelander. I might be wrong, and I hope I am for my son's sake, because he is a massive Cody Rhodes fan, and he doesn't like heels. So he will be very upset. I have tried to explain. He knows it's a work, obviously, because I told him when he was about 5, when he was about 6 or 7. I did obviously explain to him. He's like, "Look, son, it's a work. This is, it's not real, but obviously we all know it is real. In respect of what the wrestlers do, it's just a predetermined sport, essentially." I did say to him, "Look, dude, Cody's gonna have to turn heel one day." It's like, "Oh, Dad, you wouldn't like it if CM Punk turned heel." It's like, "Son, CM Punk will turn heel before he retires. Punk's probably going to wrestle for another 3 or 4 years, and he's definitely going to have a heel run." It is what it is. They all turn heel eventually, mate. Logan, yeah, he does. Yeah, agreed. I watch AEW, so I know about Danhausen. His WWE theme is catchy. At first, I was like with LOL, but it's quite catchy. Yeah, no, absolutely, dude, absolutely. Yeah, no, I wish him all the best, mate. I wish, because I think he's kind of like horror Santino Morella, if you like. That's just his gimmick, and his gimmick he does very well. He's a very, very talented young man. Very, very talented young man. So yeah, I wish him all the best. I really do. People actually message him with threats, then people need to go. Well, yeah, like that's what I mean, Jack. There's no need for it, mate. There's absolutely no need for it. Yeah, no, it's just really poor. Folks, right, because I need to think about Betty Bice shortly. That's really cool of me. And I'm just gonna go through. So I'll just leave the comments for a minute. So sorry if it's not me being rude, but I'm literally getting the laptop, and I'm just gonna go through roughly what happened. Sorry about the glare. So basically at minute 78, I will put this in the time code, by the way, guys. So Monday Night Raw. So just very brief highlights. Basically the Vision came out, and then all the mini Foot Clan, Timu, Seth Rollins people all started coming out, and I did think it was quite good, but I mean, if you look at it logically, like one comes out, Logan Paul goes running off, then Austin Theory comes off. We're going to get you Seth Rollins, and they left Heyman on his own, and it's like, well, I mean, I knew what was going to happen straight away. It's like, well, why would you do that for? You would just surround Heyman. That was a bit weird. And obviously, I know it was a means to an end, but the Rawlins curb stomp and the Heyman sell job, by the way, this is why Paul Heyman is the GOAT. He is the best manager of all time, and he's, for me, promo wise, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, CM Punk, Roddy Piper, and Paul Heyman. If you're doing your what's it called, the I forgot the what's the term, your Mount Rushmore. So if you do your Mount Rushmore of promos, those are my Mount Rushmore of promos, if that's even a thing. Those are my favourites of all time. I think Roddy Piper is my favourite promo of all time, because I used to love Roddy. What a rest in peace, Roddy, as well. What a performer he was. But Heyman is just sensational, and the sell job that he did. I love the way that he did the blood from here, because that's where he landed. It's just little things like that that Heyman puts in, and I just love his dedication to his art and his craft and the business. And he's in there, and because you see some performers where, not that the heart's not in it, but they're going through the motions kind of thing. But Heyman is he's a pleasure to watch. That's the highest compliment I could pay him, and he's just a credit to the business. And yes, I know there will be some people who are not fans of Paul Heyman for his behaviour several decades past, but I just think he's wonderful, an absolute legend of the sport. I did love the thing with LA Knight. I honestly, that just I think it's the first time I've laughed for the last few weeks. It was just the fact that Jimmy Uso comes in, basically knocks out Austin Theory. By the way, why did Logan Paul drive off? That was another thing as well. I don't know if I missed part of it, but Logan and Austin went to go and get the car. So Logan goes off. Presumably he gets in the car, but then Austin Theory gets attacked. It's like, well, I mean, surely Logan must have seen that. I don't know if I missed something, because like I said, I had to watch it in clips, folks. So if I've got that wrong, I apologise. But I was just like, why is he just driven off with the car? What is going on? That was really weird. And just when Jimmy Uso goes up to the car and it's LA Knight, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll get Paul Heyman where he needs to be." Yeah. And the fact he nearly hit that fella, I don't know if anyone saw, but like, he gets the car, he's driving along, and he literally, God knows who this security person was. I'm assuming it was a stunt person, but literally, LA Knight misses this bloke by about that much, and I was just like, bloody hell, that was pushing it a little bit. But yeah, I really like the start to Raw. That was really good. The El Grande Americano thing, folks, you know my opinion of that now. It needs to end, please, at WrestleMania. It's gone on long enough. Like, by the way, if any of you like the Americana story, I need the mask to be ripped off Ludwig Kaiser, and Chad Gable, and Pete Dunne, I think, is the other one, and I forget who the other. Oh, it's meant to be Tyler Bates, isn't it? Apparently, from what I'm going to understand, it just needs to end. It's been fun, but enough now. Please stop it. There actually wasn't an awful lot of wrestling on the wrestling show, to be honest. Kind of the same with my show that I'm doing now. There was the promo from AJ Lee. Yeah, it was alright. Very surprised that Becky Lynch wasn't there. I'm assuming she's maybe filming Starfleet Academy. Maybe they've written her off. I would still assume it's going to be AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, which seems to make sense. But AJ was on about basically getting past her Becky problem and moving on to new challenges. Maybe I still think it'll be those two at WrestleMania, because they've got to pay it off at some point. What else? There was, I'm down to 10% battery, guys, as well, so I'm going to have to rattle through this. I really like Natty Neidhart's promo. I love Low Key Legend. I absolutely love it. I just hope that she gets the chance to really do something with it. And I would love to see, before she hangs it up, Natty Neidhart to win the big belt, because she's been such a fantastic worker. And if anyone, that chant, "You deserve it," there's no one that deserves more love and respect for Nadia Neidhart. I think she's a credit to the profession, fantastic woman, and just superb professional wrestler. What else? I really enjoyed the Liv Morgan promo. So when she did when they did the vignette, and when they had a sort of like in a backstage area, just being a complete arsehole, I thought that was brilliant. Liv Morgan is, I mean, again, what I've just said about Natalia, sorry. Liv Morgan is incredible. She's ever since she's come back from that injury, she has been absolutely incredible. And she, again, the woman is a pleasure to watch. She's a credit to the business, absolutely wonderful. 9%. Right, I'm gonna have to hurry this one up, guys. Right, the Ruler versus Rusev. Really enjoyed that. I am definitely looking forward to those two having a match. I like Rusev. Needs something to do, obviously, and like two big blokes just battering each other is going to be cool. Really, really enjoyed that. Austin Theory versus Jimmy Uso. Moving along. It was all right. The Danhausen thing with the Judgment Day was very, very funny. Like I said, folks, congratulations to Penta. Unfortunately, that's the one that I had to skip. I haven't actually seen it. So as soon as I'm finish this live stream, which I will be doing, I will be watching that whilst I eat my dinner. And if you're wondering, dude, it's nearly midnight. Yes, I haven't had my dinner yet either. So yeah, sleep happening. One of the other things I missed was I caught the back end of the Rhea Ripley promo. I'm assuming she didn't have a match. Have I missed a match? Can anyone just let me know, just very, very quickly, if I've missed a match? Because there was the Americano match. Theory and Jimmy Uso. Dom and Penta. Was there only 3 matches? There must have been another one, surely. That's ridiculous. I think I've missed a match, folks. So apologies if I have done. And then, right, just very, very quickly. The CM Punk Roman Reigns of it all. Right, I've got 8% battery, so I'm going to make this my last point. Look, I'm not a prude by any stretch of the imagination. You're talking to the guy who was doing Family Guy jokes in broad daylight, coming out with preposterous nonsense, who used to blatantly shout, "That's what she said," in the pub with his girlfriend, because I wasn't like an awful human being or anything like that. I was just very, very like I'm still sarcastic now, obviously, as you can tell, but I hadn't put it all together yet, and I sometimes I hold my hands up. I was just a bit of an obnoxious, basically. So, yeah, no, it's true. Honestly, you'd never be able to tell, would you? And yeah, so I used to watch South Park. Obviously, look, I'm a child of the Attitude Era. It take a lot to shock me. The promo with Reigns and Punk was excellent. I really, really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. Roman Reigns would have given CM Punk permission. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Roman's idea to throw it in, because there's no way that Punk would have gone off script and said something like that without Roman's permission. Because, I mean, look, I've lost my father. Even if I was in a wrestling ring with like 3 million people watching on Netflix, if someone said anything bad about my dad, scene deleted, shall we say. So Roman's obviously given his permission. It's gone through management and it's all good. And Punk and Roman, I don't know if they're friends in real life. I don't think they probably are, but they've got a good business working relationship. I'm just not sure whether that was necessary as a line. It doesn't offend me as such. Look, my dad died a long, long time ago. It's water off a duck's back to me now, but it was just one of those where like, oh, see, if I'd had heard that promo 6 months after my dad died, see, this is the problem. Like now, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not sure about that for other people, kind of thing. But it doesn't particularly offend me. Other people, I'm not sure necessarily if you would be delighted. You're not going to be delighted to hear a line like that if you've just lost your mum or your dad or your brother or your sister 3 or 4 months down. It depends what your tolerance is at that time. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. Also as well, very heelish from Punk. I mean, I did just mention that conversation I had with my son about Cody Homelander. Maybe Punk wants one more heel run, because it's not really something a babyface champion says, really. Something completely. And there's so many other things that he could have said. Like, if he'd said something along the lines of, you're going to be more of a disappointment than you were to your father. Obviously, that still stings, but it's just skirting that line. AEW had this problem a while ago when they had Mark Briscoe wrestle MJF, and obviously they mentioned Briscoe's brother, Jay Briscoe. Sadly, is no longer with us anymore. And again, Mark Briscoe would have given his permission. But there were a couple of times where MJF was literally like, ugh, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about that, mate. That's a bit harsh. But it's one of the, if you start bringing family and death in, it's just each their own, isn't it? So yeah, overall, from what I saw of Raw, which was about 1.5 hours, I thought it was very good, as mostly as per usual. I would have liked a tad more wrestling in it. Like I said, I would apologise if I've missed a match. I suspect I've missed a match, so I'm going to go back now and watch a few of the highlights whilst I have my dinner at 4 minutes past 12, as you do. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, folks, I literally am down to 5% battery, so I will read any comments very, 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 very quickly, because I don't want to be rude and then have the stream just go off. I'll be honest, some wrestlers that WWE don't do anything with them. It was my schedule. I tried to find something to even that exactly that, Jack. Yeah, that drives me up the wall. There is no need for anyone not to have a storyline, and I've always said that about pro wrestling. If you're in the mid card, that's fine, but you can always give a mid carder a storyline. It's just lazy writing, isn't it? Hey Johnny, how you doing? I am the GOAT, JBL. You just don't get it, do you? I got to tell you in Spanish, hip hop monster. I am not fighting any of you. You will never get a rematch. A war taking place, and you're sitting there worried about Liverpool soccer team. I'm not even going to make a response to that, because that's a ludicrous comment. JBL, most underrated wrestler in mine. By the way, Sunshine, I live in South Leeds. There are guns and all sorts going on around here. So, yeah, when you want to crawl out of your ivory tower. Undertaker versus Lesnar, WrestleMania, heard it here first, I promise you. Johnny, it's not going to happen, mate. It's not going to happen. But, Johnny, by the way, I will respond to your messages. Dude, literally, I was meant to have contacted my mom. By the way, if my mom's watching this, hi, Mom. I haven't spoken to my mom for about a week now, and her and my brother came back from sunny Telford about 5 days ago. Dude, it's just bedlam at the minute, so I will respond. Johnny, I don't understand English. Sorry, pal. I hate your pal. JBL. Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV. Haha. Nope. But I am fat and black, so yes, thank you for that. JBL. What's your thoughts on Randy winning the chamber? Right, guys, I'm literally down 3%. So, let me have a look. Ranuk, right. Very, very quickly, Ranuk, what's your thoughts on Randy winning the chamber? Who should be his opponent? My thoughts are, Ranuk, that it's going to be Cody Rhodes who wins that match against Drew McIntyre. And I think that Cody goes full Homelander. That's my prediction. I'd be astonished if it doesn't happen, Ranuk, to be honest. I really, really would. Put it this way, I don't think you get through WrestleMania without Punk turning heel or Cody turning heel. It's going to be one of them. I won't worry about the father stuff. It's agreed backstage. Definitely, Johnny. There's no way that Punk would have chatted shit about someone's father and not got permission. Apparently, Cody's next contract will be his last. Well, yeah, he's going to go into acting, isn't he? So, yeah, that's the thing, Jack. I'm really sorry, folks. I'm literally down to 1% battery. I don't want to be rude and have my stream go off in front of you guys. So, dudes, thanks everyone for watching. It's been very, very cool. Thank you, Jack. You as well, mate. It's been a pleasure to speak to you. You're a top man. You keep on doing JSW, and I will try and send videos out for you. Johnny, superstar, love you, mate. Cheers as well. Thank you for everyone that's watched. And with a lot more battery and a lot more time, I will see you tomorrow for AEW wrap up, which hopefully I will watch with more than 1 minute to spare this time. Right, guys, take care. Thanks very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to talk to you all, and I'll see you in 20 hours' time, give or take. Take care. Have a great Thursday. Bye bye.